A Fiery Love, Chapter 2, Jealousy. After Spike had left the kitchen, he went out to the entrance, and Twilight came home. When she smiled at him, he smiled back. She didn't see that he had been crying. After Spike heard that Twilight had told him, he was in despair. Twilight went into the library when Spike fit into Twilight's room and took the roses. He burned them up and felt his heart was crushed. "I don't deserve love," said Spike. "Everything I get is devastated, and I always alone," said Spike. Spike slowly went to his room, and where he lay down on the bed, he stared straight up in the ceiling. He couldn't help crying. He put a pillow over his face so Twilight wouldn't hear him. He felt so hurt after everything. A little later, Spike hears a knock on the door. "Spike, are you okay? You didn't go for dinner?" she asked Twilight. "Yes, I'm okay, just not hungry," said Spike back. "Okay," said Twilight. Spike heard Twilight going along the corridor. Then everything is quiet. He's still so devastated. He cried early. He went to bed early. The next day, Spike got up early, leaving a note for Twilight. "Hey Twilight, I got a bit earlier. I have taken care of my chores. I will come back at lunchtime. Spike." Spike spent his early morning wandering around in the city, seeing how the ponies opened their stores. He hasn't much sleep during last night. He still can't believe Twilight had found a boyfriend. He went to the park where he sat down and where he was all day morning. When the time was almost 12, he was still there. He could see many ponies with their love. Just seeing them hugging, kissing, made him boil inside. When he saw a couple kissing at the fountain, he was so furious, so he hit a tree and fell over. Spike watched and saw what he had done, and saw ponies staring surprised and fear at him. He couldn't say anything, but took out to the air and flew away from Ponyville. Well, at the castle, Twilight was waiting for Spike while she was eating her lunch. Then Applejack stepped into her library. "Hey AJ," said Twilight. "Hey Twilight," said Applejack. Have you seen Spike?" she asked. "No, but he's the one I came for, Twilight," replied Applejack. Applejack told me what she had heard in the park. Twilight could not believe it, but she could see that Applejack was serious. "It must be an accident," said Twilight. "It is possible. I wanted you to know," said Applejack. "Thanks for telling me about that," said Twilight. "Well, we are friends, Sugar Cube," said Applejack. After Applejack had left the castle, Twilight sits and wonders why Spike behaved that at the park. 2 hours later, Spike came home again. "Spike, can you come in here?" she asked. Spike stepped into the library, seeing Twilight seems a bit worried. He sat down beside her. "Applejack told me what happened in the park earlier," said Twilight. "Yes, I can explain," said Spike. "I had not received much sleep, so I had an outburst due to the lack of sleep," said Spike. "I was hoping you could sleep this night." "I don't know," said Spike. Maybe you should visit Sakura and ask her for help. I will probably do that, said Spike. Spike immediately left the castle and went to see Sakura. She was preparing an herbal tea. Hey Sakura, can we talk? Of course, says Sakura. What's on your mind? She asked. Spike explained everything to Sakura, who watched him and listened carefully what he told her. If you need to sleep, then you should drink the herbal tea with warm water, said Sakura. Thank you, Sakura, said Spike. And the other thing, she said, if you love Twilight, let her go. Thank you, Sakura, said Spike. Spike left Sakura's hut, but thinking for himself, he will let Twilight go, or he will wait for her, but he chose not to say anything to Twilight. When Spike came back to the castle, he took his late dinner, and after that, he went to his room. Before he went to bed, he decided to read some comic books. After he had been reading them for about 2 hours, he put them away, he laid in his bed and looked at the roof. Should I move on? And maybe I will find my true love someday, said Spike. I just wonder who would love me, said Spike. He couldn't give up hope to find some pony someday. Even his heart is broken, but he wants to be happy. Even his friends want them to be happy. 'Cause before he had realized his feelings for Twilight, Rarity had tried to put him on few blind dates with some friends of hers. He tried, but it didn't feel any real connection to any of those mares. He thanked Twilight and Rarity for at least trying to help him. He remembered Sakura's advice. If he loves Twilight so much, he would let her go, even if it was painful. He remembers all the fun they had, all the adventures with their friends. Later that same night, Spike drank the herbal tea which he had received from Sakura, and looked out of the window from his bed and saw the full moon, and soon fell asleep quite quickly. The next day, Spike woke up around 7 a.m. and he felt he hadn't slept that well in a long time. He got up, went to the kitchen, and found Twilight already was up and fixing breakfast. Good morning, Spike. You slept well? She asked. Yes, I did sleep very well, said Spike. That's good to hear, said Twilight. They both sat down and enjoyed the breakfast together, even that Spike couldn't resist looking at her and feeling his heart was beating faster. It was like his heart was melting. He just wanted to tell her right there how much he loves her, but he knew she would just smile at him and say she cares about him too. After breakfast, Spike took care of his chores and went to the market to get some things for Twilight. During lunchtime, he sat by himself outside the balcony at his room, looking out over the town while eating his lunch. Twilight was out with her boyfriend for lunch. Before she left the castle, she looked at him. Are you going out? Spike asked. Yes, my boyfriend is taking me out for lunch today, she said. Spike felt its pony was stabbing his heart with a knife, but he smiled at her and tried to act happy for her, but at the same time he just wanted to cry. Okay, have fun, Twilight, Spike then said. I will go and have a good time with him, said Twilight. After she left the castle, he started to cry, but tried not to make any loud sounds so she would hear it. He went to the kitchen, grabbed something to eat, and went to his room. Now he felt really jealous about Twilight's boyfriend, but it wasn't much he could do about it. He decided to let her go and be happy.